Okay guys, hi everybody. My name is Ernest. Those who were present on last Let's Talk in April, they may remember me, and they may also remember that I'm keen on psychology and ways how can we apply psychology in our real life, in business and marketing in part. Speaking about psychology, who knows anything about Big Five in psychology? No one. Really? You do? Big Five. Okay. So for those who don't know, it is almost for everybody. Big Five are 5 personality traits that are considered to shape our personality. These 5 traits together make the acronym OCEAN. Maybe it will ring a bell to you. Where here O stands for openness to experience versus those who are more closed. Can you, just this one. Openness to experience versus those who are more closed. C, conscientiousness. It is about being more organized or careless. E, extroversion, in contrast to more introverted people. A, agreeableness versus those who are decidedly, not agreeable people. And neurotic individuals, in contrast to those who are more stable. So today I would like to speak about my favorite, I think, point, which is extro and introversion in context of leadership. First of all, I'm sorry. Please your hands those who think that they usually waste their energy in the process of interaction with people. Okay. And now raise your hands those who think that they gain energy when they interact with people. You see much more. Well, the proportion is quite realistic. So, first group consists more of introverts, and second group more of extroverts. And the main difference that explains this extro and introversion is that in the process of interaction with people, introverts lose their energy, and extroverts need much more communication with other people to feel themselves active and joy. And you may, what it actually means. It means that we just need different level of stimulation. And you may find revealing, but we react differently. Extroverts and introverts, we react differently on physical and chemical stimulations. For example, case from my life. I had a colleague several years ago. Every morning she was coming to me, it is the moment when you are dying in the morning at your workplace, and she comes to me and says, "Ernest, let's go and have some coffee." Well, okay, whatever. We went to the kitchen, made a coffee, went outside, had this coffee, and after having this cup of coffee, she was just active, kindest person, she was full of energy. After having this cup of coffee, I wanted to die. I wanted to sleep. Because what it means, for extroverts, this dose of caffeine contained in the cup, it is quite okay. After having this cup, many extroverts feel themselves okay. If they come in the morning to you and say, "I really need a cup of coffee," they don't lie, they really need it. And for introverts, this dose just overloads them. This is the reason, for example, why I want to sleep after having a coffee. The only chance for me to have a coffee is when I have a headache. No other way to have a coffee and be active full day. Okay, I'm sorry. Now let's get closer to the topic of leadership. If I ask you to think about a person, about a leader, you would mostly think about a person of more extroverted behavior. And our society carries this false notion about leadership that extroverts are the best. And this notion comes from a misconception about introverts. We think that these people are very shy and they are unsociable. They do not speak to anybody. They just spend days and weeks in their rooms without getting out. No, they at least get out to the toilet. That's why it's okay. So I'm going to give you now 6 reasons why, in my opinion and in the opinion of several researchers, introverts can be even greater leaders. First point is about analysis. Introverts can analyze problems better. For introverts, it is natural to go inside their own minds. They feel okay when they just think and analyze. And in contrast, extroverts, as I said before, they need to interact with people. That's why they do not spend a lot of time to think deeply. And for this reason, I think there can be a problem, because when you don't have enough time to think deeply, it can lead to some big mistakes. Because, for example, when you build any business process in startup or in a big company, whatever, you need to think it over just several times not to omit any significant points, because any mistake can be crucial. Number 2, it is about creativity. You may find it revealing, but introverts are quite creative, because many famous musicians, artists, writers, scientists, philosophers, they are introverted. And when psychologists look at these people, what they see is that these people are great at advancing and exchanging opinions, but also they are quite introverted. And this solitude that introverts need is the crucial ingredient to search out and develop new ideas. Next one, number 3, it is about communication. Yeah, introverts treat people around as individuals. Yeah, communication, the key is. Yeah, so introverts are more interested in communicating one-on-one than in groups. And for this reason, introverts get to know people better. They get to know better their other people's preferences, interests, habits. And this actually helps, at least from my experience, it helps to use this individual-oriented management. When you manage each person just one by one, but it actually positively impacts the management in a team. Next one, please. Number 4, listening to others. It is about that introverts provide everybody with an opportunity to express their ideas. When it comes to brainstorming or working out a collective decision, extroverted leaders, I would emphasize at this point, they can absolutely, unconsciously block the possibility for others to express their opinions. So other people's ideas may not easily, let's say, bubble up to the surface and be perceived. And in contrast, introverts tend to listen to people. That's why they just give a chance to everybody to express their ideas. And as a result, they accumulate many ideas around them and have lots of choices to pick from, which is actually useful for a leader or manager. Next one, please. Yeah, introverts are calm. When any problem occurs, introverts do not tend to worry a lot, unlike extroverts. Introverts just do not accept the chaos around them. They like all to be well-measured and well-structured. That's why when any problem occurs, introverts just may take some time for solitude to think it over and find a solution for this problem. And the last point, please, it is about networking. It is about networking. Introverts have quite a unique networking approach. You know, when many people, and maybe you have noted it sometimes, when people create their own networks, what they do is they try to make as many contacts as they can, but they omit a significant point, which is the quality. As I said before, introverts waste their energy in the process of interaction with people. That's why introverts do not tend to make lots of contacts. They do not tend to have this wide network. But introverts, they just use their inner filter and choose really important to speak to, and that's why they make really strong ties with these people. Yeah, just slide it. Yeah, no, leave it just black. Okay. Yeah. Leave it black as my hair. Okay. Or as me. Welcome. Okay. So guys, introverts are thought to be bad leaders because they do not tend to speak a lot. And this makes people think that this quiet and shy person doesn't know anything, has no will to take actions or whatever else. While extroverts, they tend to take any chance to express their ideas, any chance to express other people's ideas, it's okay. And people think that they are good leaders, though to be honest, there is no correlation between being the best talker and having best ideas. I mean, just zero. And okay, now I think at this point I should justify myself because it may seem to you that I do not like extroverts. But to be honest, yeah, after saying all this stuff, but to be honest, lots of my coworkers, lots of my friends, and all of my family, just mom, dad, and sister, they all are extroverts. I really love them, and I appreciate that every time that I meet them, that they grace me with this energy and joy, because this is the thing that makes me move further. And all I just wanted to say today is, my dear introverts who are present here, or maybe somewhere elsewhere, just be more confident. Do not hesitate to share your ideas, because the world needs them. Because your ideas are really valuable. Humanity has lots of problems to be solved, and I believe that you're going to be the people that would provide our community with these ideas. And my dear extroverts of you, all this was not to say that you are bad. All this was not to say that you lack some skills. No, I believe that introverts and extroverts have really useful skills, and we should work together and help each other to achieve something more. You know, just remember that Steve Wozniak, for example, he's an introvert. And Steve Jobs, he was an extrovert. If they didn't meet each other, we wouldn't have had this chance to experience Apple and their products, for example. All I want to say is just go find your Steve Wozniak if you are extrovert. Or just go find your Steve Jobs if you are an introvert. And the last thing I'm going to say, if somebody is interested in this topic, I could recommend some literature for you. The first one is Susan Cain's The Quiet book in original, and second one is Sylvia Loken's Quiet Impact. And for sure, there are dozens of researches that you can read about introverts to know them better, or if you are an introvert, to know yourself better. And for sure, lots of books of Carl Jung. Just take and read them. Okay, at this point, I would finish my speech. Thank you, everybody. Thanks a lot.